Okay, welcome to the Andy Strobert podcast, episode 1. We're not even sure what we're going to call this yet, so today it's the Andy Strobert podcast. I want to introduce you to Joseph Nathaniel Brown III.
Yes.
Known to friends as Big Joe, Big Joe Brown. Joe is a medieval combat fighter.
Yes, as of right now, yes.
He's ranked number 7 in the world. Joe fights heavyweight. He fights at 300 pounds. If you don't know what this sport is, it resembles an MMA cage.
Yes.
So you're in a cage, and you're in there with another fighter. The difference is you have 100 pounds of armor on.
Absolutely.
And your weapon of choice could be a mace. Let me just say what that is. A mace is basically a 10-pound, a 5 or a 10-pound sledgehammer.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want you guys to imagine a 300-pound man is going to swing that at you and try to knock you out.
Better save more than you spend, stack up and do it again. Nah, you was only good for a season like Jeremy Lin. Both hands wasn't enough to count it, needed a twin. Decorated the garage with horses like Ralph Lauren. My train of thought still stuck on all the cocaine I bought. I don't get into all of that famous talk. Disposable cash, we unapproachable, sociopaths. A run there with us supposed to go bad, but I evolved. Now look at me, I'm a boss, gotta book me with all my dogs. True breeze, I took the lead with a few tosses, new charges. It ain't over though, it's just beginning. I'm Kurt Schilling looking from the dugout.
You have a shield. You could have a sword, an axe.
Yeah, two-handed axe, two-handed sword. My class is actually, I am classed as a Titan. So anybody over 280 pounds is in a Titan class. So you have your super heavyweights, which is from like 50 to 280. Mm-hmm. Then you have your Titans, who are just the ones that the guys feel.
So I love that. And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you have heavyweights, but then you are considered
a Titan
above heavyweights. So that's I can't imagine. I don't know how well that this is going to pick up Joe's size, but Joe's 300 pounds. His arms are bigger than my leg. You put 100 pounds of armor on him, and now you got a 400-pound man coming at you when the bell rings. There is, Joe, I want to mention this because you've got the whole community rallied behind you. You are selling out venues.
Yeah.
That all the seats are full. Then there's hundreds of people that are standing around just to watch this fight. And it's not people that are necessarily fight fans. There's a lot of them, but it's people that want to know what you're doing. What's this all about?
So the main thing is, of course, I have what I do. My profession is I am a trainer, personal trainer, and a coach. So I coach combat cardio, and my niche is to be able to have the endurance. It's not about striking. It's not about being able to hurt your other opponent. It's about being able to withstand, being able to go toe to toe and to go the distance. Because if you can go the distance, that eliminates a lot. Most people gas out. You know how hard it is to fight for 30 seconds? Of course, you know how hard it is to fight for 30 seconds. But most people, the average fight, street fight, 10, 15 seconds top before they're tussling and somebody's breaking them up.
Yeah.
A fight for 2 minutes straight with another person with 100 pounds of steel, which is unforgivable. People don't understand with this steel, it's like, it hurts at first. It cuts into your skin. The cup slices into your leg. I walked into that octagon this past Saturday at 385 pounds.
And it was 100 degrees outside. Yeah. It was 98 degrees.
Absolutely. So it's hot. Your body temperature goes up to about 103 while you're in the ring. You got your adrenaline pumping. It's the closest you can come to death safely.
You said safely, and that's great. I love that. So I gotta ask you. So you can. Here's another reason why I wanted to have you on. I wanted to talk about this. And congratulations. I'm jumping ahead. You were just invited to fight at the Arnold Classic.
Yes, as a ranked tournament, a ranked fighter tournament.
In 2025.
Yes.
And that's world stage stuff right there.
And I'm only doing it. I've only been doing it for 6 months. 6 months in, and I'm already. They've deemed me as the viral fighter.
Right.
And all my fights go viral because,
You,
personality won.
because
I'm larger than life.
but you're also dangerous, and you are larger than life. And when you hit people, things happen to their body.
Yeah,
and
you're not
that's
the
what's
same.
Captivated.
Yeah, you're not the same.
When here's another thing with this sport, and I kind of look at it like all people can kind of go and do some karate, right? We can sign up at a Brazilian jiu-jitsu place. We can do some amateur competitions. We can drill. We can do it any of those combat sports at any level we want. With this sport, there is no any level. You have to decide whether you're ready to have another man swinging a 5-pound hammer or an axe at you, and that's different. There's full commitment here. You don't practice getting hit in the shoulder with a sword.
No, you don't. You don't.
So with that being said,
And nothing can prepare you for it either. Nothing prepares you for this.
Joe, everybody wants to know what made you gravitate towards this? What was it? When did this all start?
So for me, I've done a lot of different sports. I've boxed, I've done Brazilian jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, I've done powerlifting, I've done bodybuilding, and last year I won my first strongman competition, pulling a 77,640 pound log truck with the logs on it. You know what I mean? Like I'm different, just a little different. I'm not the average man, but I get tired of the things that I can do. It's like, what can humble me? I never want to be that person that's, oh yeah, I'm the biggest, baddest guy. I don't think that. I just want to constantly be challenged and go for the next challenge. This right here is so challenging. Breathing alone in this armor, it's difficult. Run a mile. And that's actually part of my regimen. Part of my regimen is I'll put parts of my armor up with my brig on, my helmet, and maybe my calves, and run a mile. I'll get that mile done in about 14 minutes. That's literally you're walking around with 60 pounds of legit steel that's tightening on your calf muscles, making sure your body is overheating, and then you're breathing your own CO2, because you have to be careful because of the asphyxiation, everything that some people go into panic attacks and everything. You have to really practice coming close to death so you can be prepared for these fights. There's something about it. That round 1, minute 1 and 20 seconds in is when you're tested. That's when your true test comes in. You can give a big spurt, but then it's like natural fatigue sets in. Like, can you endure? Can you pick your arms back up? Can you throw a punch? Can you move towards your opponent?
How quickly does that come to you? I mean, it's a 2-minute round. There could be 3 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, 3 2-minute. Best out of 3 most of the time.
And you're, I know from other sources, you're an incredible, cardiovascular shape.
Yeah.
You move a lot of heavy weight around, but like you just said, you do a lot of running.
Absolutely. I literally just went on an apocalyptic run. This is the type of things I do to prepare for it. So
an apocalyptic run.
Yeah. Me and I have a combat cardio class. I told them, hey, load everything up, get you whatever it is you need that you will need. If you go on apocalypse, load your bag up. So you got your water, you got your anything you need to eat, something that's going to wrap, some Band-Aids, whatever it is. Load your book bag up. If it's 10 to 15 pounds, great. And then we ran for 6 miles. We ran through the forest, over train tracks. Those who are familiar with our location in Delaware, we ran from 273 to Kirkwood Highway. From Kirkwood Highway to the Christiana Hospital.
Yeah. And with 60 pounds of gear on, and it's summertime right now, one of the hottest summers we've had.
Yeah, it was legit. I like the apocalyptic room because no one is allowed to leave anybody. We're going to go through this together. Some crazy things going on, like the Kaiman, we're on a brink of war. We're always on a brink of war. But if it goes down, will you be prepared? And that's what I want everybody to be prepared. I'm not holding on to any type of extra knowledge and hoarding it. No, I want everyone to have the knowledge that I have. If I can do it, then you can do it. I'm still human. No matter how unhuman I may seem, I'm still human. So my job is to just give and give. I want everyone to be just as badass as they perceive me to be. I don't believe I'm badass. I just think I'm durable. You know what I mean? I can withstand what most men can't. I like to be looked at. We've talked about it before, being that 1%. You know what I mean? Most people, like, they just don't want to do what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I get up every morning around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning, first thing that goes on, Sun Tzu's The Art of War. I have to constantly rejuvenate, and that's a book that's doctrine worthy. And there's a certain part right now, the one I just went through, the one I've been meditating on, is where he says, Sun Tzu says, he who knows himself and knows his opponent has nothing to fear for 100 battles. For 100 battles, you don't have to fear because you know yourself and you know your opponent. But if you don't know yourself and if you don't know your opponent, you will fail. And if you know yourself but you don't know your opponent, you will win, but you will also have losses.
Yeah.
So that's studying on these different principles keeps me humbled and lets me know that I don't care what size you are, there's somebody who's better than you. And kudos to Dylan Sweeney. That fight was immaculate. I'll give credit where credit's due. This guy is a juggernaut. I mean, I'd hit him with blows that cripple men.
Yeah.
In my history of fighting, I haven't known one person. Now I do know one person, but I haven't known one person the last 3 of my hits if I didn't want them to.
Okay.
And I was letting off on the guy.
Right.
I was letting off.
I'm sure he has some good things to say about you. Now, so everybody knows he fights with a sword.
Yes.
That's his weapon of choice. Yours is a mace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a game plan to this. So you approach if he's got a sword. What was your game plan? How do you win?
So there's points. There's a point system right now. So we fight in the American Medieval Combat Federation. So the AMCF. And that's where I'm ranked 7th in the world and right now. And with this, there's multiple ways. Regular strikes, good weapon strikes, clean strikes are 1 point. Heavy strikes, where you see that the opponent is physically shifted back, are 2 points. You disarm your opponent, that's 3. 3 disarms, that's a technical knockout.
How many judges are
We're anywhere between 3, 4, or even 5.
Okay.
According to the size of the event.
All right.
You know, but right now I think the last time we had 4, I think it was 4 judges. And also takedowns. Takedowns are 10 points. And certain ones you can do ground and pound, but in the federation I fight in, it's you go down, you get up, you reset. If you can't stand up in 10 seconds, you're not. It's a knockout.
Okay. And I would have to assume that's so nobody dies. Right? If you knock a guy down and you start ground and pounding him with a 10-pound sledgehammer, you might kill him.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, these are for safety.
Absolutely. It is safe, but these are still weapons. These are weapons that are made of steel, no pun intended. Mm-hmm. You know, these they hurt.
Look, when you get hit, how does it make you feel? Do you get angry? Do you is it what's going through your head?
Okay, so
I mean, the guy's got a sword. Right?
And there's a type of
swinging it at,
and it's where they hit you, how they hit you, and the ferocity of how they hit you. So, you know, if I take a blow to the chest, a good clean axe throw or a sword chop to the chest, the best feeling I can compare it to is you being stark naked and getting hit with a heavy wet towel. You know, one of those wind it up, stink.
Right.
Ooh, you can take it, but you ain't gonna take a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, all right,
you gotta do something.
You gotta do something about it. Yeah, move. Don't let them hit you in that same spot twice. You know what I mean? Then you have your blunt trauma shots, and that's like being hit by a car. You know, it's literally that's all it feels like, being hit by a car. Hard blunt. So that's why I use a punch shield. And my game plan this last fight was points. I had a plan for each round. The first round was, I'm going to hit you as many times as physically possible and see how durable you are. Man, this guy was durable. This guy was, when I played that tape back, I'm like, you can see the people's faces in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh my God, covering their mouths like, is he okay?
Right.
But I love this guy because he was talking shit to me the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I hit him hard. I was like, boom, he's laying up against the fence, and I'm laying into him. He's like, yeah, he hit me hard. And I was like, oh, this guy here.
Okay.
Oh.
He came to fight.
And he came to fight, but that was his game plan. Get into my head, you know what I mean, make me extend all my energy, but he didn't know that I have a gas tank. Most people have gas, I have diesel fuel. Don't let me get into my second wind. Now you're in problem. Now there's a whole problem. I'm
right.
Keep getting up and I'm gonna keep coming at you.
Yeah.
Until that's what makes a great fighter is the ones who are prepared to die. It's not about how hard you hit or your technique. Let's watch Rocky. Rocky in that first one, he got demolished. He couldn't see out of both of his eyes.
Yeah.
But he kept getting up.
Right.
Kept going towards the punishment.
Right.
It's those guys.
Yeah.
The ones who can keep getting hit and keep standing up.
Yeah.
One of the greatest fighters of all time. Mike Tyson. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. Everybody has a plan.
Quote. That's a quote, right?
Yes.
Say that again. Everybody
has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Right.
And once you get punched in the face, how will you react? Mm-hmm. And that's really the make of a man. This is valor right here. I feel comfortable. Like I am a big guy. You know, right now I am 295 pounds. Just got off the scale yesterday.
295.
295.
All right.
And I feel like I want to hit hard. Kinda, but I don't really want to. You know what I mean? It's like you want to know as a man, you want to know what could you do? How deadly are you? How potent is your testosterone? How much can it push you into that realm of carnage?
Yeah. Joe, we've already heard there's actually people that already in your weight class don't want to fight you. So you know, I don't blame them. I get that completely, and but there's going to be plenty of people to fight.
Oh yes,
and you just said it. If you got 100 fights in you, we got a lot of exciting action coming up.
Yeah, I'm already booked for 6. I got 6
you're
fights.
Booked for 6.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna continue to follow this. Continue to get you back here. Continue to get live updates as as you're approaching a world stage very quickly, much quicker than anybody else in sports. So, and you're doing a very good job managing it all, because I know it's a lot to take in.
It is.
I also know that you have an extremely busy schedule. And we're tight on time today.
Shout out to Hetrick Ford, you guys. They're trying to sponsor my next fight. I appreciate them for even coming to me about that shit.
So Hetrick Ford.
Hetrick Ford, yes.
Hetrick Ford. A family of car dealerships, I believe, in Wilmington, Delaware, and the Maryland area.
Yes. Real big out here. If you have anything, you want to get a car, go holler at them. Huge body shops, repair business, plus new car dealer. Yes, okay. That's awesome. I want to know, so everybody here knows, there's a lot of people that are going to see this. Where do they find you? What's your Insta? How do you see Joe Brown? Okay, well,
what's all the ways?
I'm on TikTok, and Instagram, both under Big Joe's Combat Cardio. Those who know me, they know they can find me on Facebook, Joseph Nino Brown. That's a little old handle I have, because people know from New Jack City, Nino Brown. It's never personal. It's always business. You know? But those are my main platforms. Definitely, I have shoes. If you want to be like me, got to get the shoes. There are 3 different types of kicks I have. They're all workout shoes. Workout shoes. Very comfortable Italian leather.
But I was going to say, this is something, and I know about this. This is something that you've put together with an Italian shoe manufacturer.
Yes. Okay. They're made in Italy. They're made in Italy, shipped directly from Italy. Once you place your order, they make them immediately. It's not a mass-produced shoe. Each shoe is custom made. So once you put your order in, they make it then. So these are rare. I can tell you right now, there's only been 20 made, and
we're gonna make sure everybody has access to that with QR codes, whatever you got. We'll put it out with the video so everybody can see it. Yeah, I mean that's all we got.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for being here.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to handle. Y'all keep tuned in, man. This guy, he's a riot. I can't wait to see more of his episodes, man. It's always been an honor, man. Thank you, Strobert and Strobert Industries, man. Once again, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this.
All right, Joe. Thank you. Thank you.